But, by the way, there is another option when the dead and without knowledge of special practices can seize power in the body of a living person after death and prolong their existence.
I wonder how it is.
Well, for example, if a person was energetically pumped enough during his lifetime, let's say he was engaged in magic, was a priest of some religion, or the person was famous, attracted a lot of attention from others, then even after death he remains a strong enough demon in this laying of stones near the portal. Such a demon will dominate over other stones, and if he manages to reach the power of the living, then he can take the reins and dominate the spirit. But when the spirit is enclosed in a stone, the former dead man can live instead of him. Moreover, such activation of a dead person inside the energy body of a living person can happen at any moment of his life, at any age. Everything can start with unusual dreams, when you dream of places you haven't been to before, people you've never known. And the most important thing is that in a dream you are another person. You may even dream of something of a different gender. Then, over time, a voice appears in my head, which begins to give useful advice that really works, predict events or warn if danger threatens. Well, in fact, the manifestations can be different. The point here is that a dead person must first attach himself to a living person, attract attention to himself, shake and gain enough strength to be able to gradually, step by step, strengthen his manifestation. And there is no doubt that such things in a person's life attract his attention and cause a lot of emotions, which is a direct drain of vital forces to the dead. And there may be two options here. The first is when the dead completely replaces the person, when you suddenly wake up in some place and don't remember how you got here, and it's been 3 days since you last remembered yourself. And all this time your body was just walking with another driver in the cab, communicating with other people, and so on. That is, a dead man lived instead of you. And the second option is when a person does not even notice that a substitution is taking place in him. This happens so imperceptibly for the person himself that he simply considers the manifestation of the dead man to be part of his character. If you dig into the history, you will find a lot of confirmation of my words. You will suddenly discover for yourself that the living dead and the dominant dead are written in direct text in many sources. For example, a completely different meaning will find for you the daimon of Socrates, who, as he himself said, accompanied him from early childhood in the form of a certain voice that always suggested what not to do, but was silent when Socrates acted correctly. Only for some reason this kind genius framed him at the most crucial moment, when he suddenly fell silent during the trial, according to which Socrates was sentenced to death. And all the time while Socrates was voicing his defense speech, he was sure that he was doing everything right. And in fact, the dead man kept him for the time being, as animals are kept on a farm, and then simply devoured him. And there are many such examples. Edgar Cayce, Maxim Gorky, and so on. But this is a completely different story, as one presenter said. I'm leading to the fact that people don't even imagine how many really dominant dead people there are in our world. And what a drain of the energy of the living into the world of the dead goes every day.